today.
Superior Service Company, a cleaning service in Mattoon, is trying to get back in order less than 24 hours after fire destroyed their building. Good evening. I'm Jessica Coons. Paul and Jennifer are off tonight. There's still a long way to go in cleaning up from that massive fire. It started on 13th and Pyatt last night around 8:30. No one was hurt. WCIA 3's Andy Olson is live in our newsroom tonight. So, Andy, what has the company been doing to recover?
Well, Jessica, the first thing they're doing is trying to salvage as much as they can from the rubble. Mattoon Fire has told the company the building is a total loss, and about 90% of their things inside can't be saved. The fire was put out in just over an hour last night, but the fire department had to put out a few more hot spots this morning. SSC President George Miller has spent all day making calls to keep the business going. They're trying to relocate to a temporary office building, but he says taking care of their clients and employees is #1 on their priority list.
We don't know where. Like I said, I haven't really touched that base yet. I do have a home I can work out of right now if I have to. That's not a big deal, but we do have employees that need to come in, talk to us, get supplies, things like that. That's where we need to be at.
An investigation into the fire is still being done by Mattoon Fire. They're being helped out by an officer from the state fire marshal. What caused it is still not known. Miller says the building will have to be torn down soon. Brick walls are beginning to slump from the heat last night. He hopes to have a temporary building in place by early next week. Live in the newsroom, Andy Olson, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Andy, thanks so much for that update. Our Target 3 investigative team has new information on a former superintendent being investigated by the FBI. We now know Dan Brew is accused of stealing from another district. We told you the former Meridian superintendent is under investigation for embezzlement. Investigators say he paid himself $250,000 with invoices from a fake company he created. They also say he paid the fake company more than $75,000 while he was the superintendent in Bement. For more on what Brew is accused of, you can go to WCIA.com. There's new developments on teacher contract negotiations in Springfield. The two sides reached a tentative agreement during a meeting last night. This comes just a few days after the teachers union voted to reject the district's latest contract offer. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey is live in our Capitol newsroom tonight. So, Cole, what changed since that last vote a few days ago?
I spoke with the superintendent today, and she could not give specifics on what changed between the two contracts yet, but she did give us a hint. She said that the district did give way on a few of the financial matters in the contracts. The two sides met last night with a federal mediator, and the superintendent says both sides voted unanimously on the proposal. The Springfield Educators Association wants more money for their teachers, as well as more services for mental health. The financial implications of those requests were difficult for the district to stomach, even though they agreed with the principal.
We weren't concerned with that rhetoric or that conversation whatsoever, and I don't think anything that they asked for was unreasonable, but then there's also the financial costs that go along with it, and we can't do everything in one contract, and so this may be some conversations that we have over time and thinking how we best might meet the needs of our students.
The district is not going to release any details about the contract until the union presents it to its members. If they don't accept the proposal, then it will head back to the school board at the meeting on November 18th. The district and the teachers have been negotiating since the beginning of June. The superintendent says it's not unusual for a district of this size to have such a long negotiating period, but this one did get a little bit more negative than the last ones that she's been a part of. Jessica?
All right, Cole, thanks so much for that follow-up. Decatur teaching assistants are a step closer to getting a contract deal as well. We told you a meeting between the union and district is scheduled for November 21st. This comes after TAs went on strike for 3 days last week. They returned on Friday without a new deal. New for you tonight, a staff member at the Illinois School for the Deaf in Jacksonville is on leave while the school investigates reports of sexual harassment. The superintendent says a staff member is accused of engaging in inappropriate communication and behavior toward other staff members. The school is reviewing the employee's interactions with both staff and students, and the person is on off-campus paid administrative leave in the meantime. Leaders in Danville spent the day learning ways to handle domestic violence in their city. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting joins us now. So, Courtney, why was it so important for them to do this?
Well, Jessica, it was to help with collaboration. It isn't very often that they get to come together in a space like this. All of these people, first responders, investigators, and social workers, they work with victims every day. But getting together and sharing ideas is what they told me they want to work on. The speaker at today's conference is a retired lieutenant from the Nashville Police Department. He says domestic violence is connected to a lot of other crimes, so addressing it is crucial.
Crimes in the family are the most committed crimes in this country and often the least reported. So you have to look at your community to see who's reporting, and if they're not reporting, the question is, why are they afraid to tell us? Why are they afraid to come forward? And if they're afraid, we have to do something about that as a community.
Wynn, who you just heard from, is a domestic violence survivor himself. He helped with the creation of a family justice center in Nashville. That's basically a one-stop shop for victims, so they don't have to tell their story over and over again to different entities. He says every city is different, so every city needs to address domestic violence in a different way. Wynn says he hopes leaders walk away today with more coordination. He believes the best way to help a victim with reporting what's happened to them is to streamline the process as much as possible. Jessica.
All right, Courtney, thank you so much. The Illini are the only team in Arizona this week. Tonight, we're catching up with another former Illini. Hear from Kendrick Nunn about his journey to the NBA. Plus, there could be an explanation for the recent outbreak of vaping-related deaths. Why vape shop owners hope that means a ban on flavored e-cigs does not go through the State House.